There are some things that you can do to completely destroy your confidence, and if one of your New Year's resolutions is to be more confident this year, to become confident in yourself, then you definitely need to stop doing these habits that I'm going to be telling you guys in this video, and I'm also going to be telling you guys what to do instead in order to become more confident. Hi my best friends, and welcome back to my sleepover. Today's video is all about the things that you can do usually without noticing that can completely destroy your confidence, and some of them you might feel like they're so small, there's no way that this thing can destroy my confidence, but honestly small things add up to bigger results. So be mindful of all of these, and without taking up more of your time, because who likes to listen to crazy long intros, let's get right into these 10 habits. First things first, I'm going to start with something you might not really expect, but my university major is psychology, so I look into a lot of these things. This time I had a cognition class and I decided to write a paper about confidence. I stumbled upon this thing called enclothed cognition, which is basically when the clothing that you wear triggers different associations within you. So for example, if you wear white lab coat, you might associate the white lab coat with researchers or doctors, and you might associate qualities with these people like being professional, being careful, being more meticulous in different tasks. So those associations then get tied to you because you're wearing the clothing, and you're more likely to act in a way that you associate with those clothes. So for example, people who wore white lab coats were found to complete memory tasks better and also be more careful when performing different tasks. So wearing the clothing that you associate with being confident, if you close your eyes and think of a confident person in your head, what kind of clothing does that person wear? What is something that you put on and you feel confident and you feel like yourself and you feel so sure of yourself in those clothes? Think about that and wear that more often. And speaking of wearing things, one reason because of which you should never ever wear something or never ever dye your hair, which is something that I thought about when I was watching the movie Priscilla. If you guys have seen it, please let me know in the comments, because I love this movie so much. But anyway, you don't need to have watched the movie to understand this habit, but if you guys don't know what the movie is, basically it's a movie about Elvis Presley's wife, and there was a scene where she dyed her hair black because of him, she wore more makeup because of him, and she basically chose her clothing based on what he would think would look good. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people, including myself, have done this at least once in their lives, where you either choose what to wear based on what you think this person that you like would like, or maybe if you're a little extreme like me, who has in the past dyed her hair dark brown because she found out that the guy she had a crush on would always date brunettes. That was a bad time. When you change your appearance because of someone, or when you wear something solely because of someone, you're giving the power of approval away to that person. You're basically doing this thing so that person would approve you, and if you're not gonna get the reaction that you want from that person, you're going to feel horrible about yourself. So you're basically giving this other person the power over your self-esteem, your self-worth, and the more you do this, the worse it gets. And that also goes into the next habit, which is honestly silencing your inner voice. And you can not only silence your inner voice in a way where you wear something just because someone else thinks you should wear it, but at the same time you can do this by not going for what you want. For example, if you're passionate about something and you're worried about someone's opinion about it and you don't do that thing, or if you have this gut feeling about something but you don't trust your gut in that moment, that messes with your confidence. If you silence your inner voice, you're showing yourself that you don't believe in yourself. And at the same time, if you guys are struggling with not caring what other people think, and you're struggling with doing what you actually want because you're worried about someone else's opinion about it, then definitely check out this video after watching this one. But the next really crucial thing that affects your confidence is honestly not only what goes in within you, but also what you see outside of yourself. If you're constantly watching a lot of sad edits, usually emotions are contagious, so whatever you watch, it really affects your mood. And if you're constantly watching edits about people being sad or people not being confident in themselves, or those I hate myself edits, you're constantly affirming it to yourself. That's the only thing you see. So how do you expect to think differently when that's the only thing you're putting into yourself? So try to look at quotes that are more confident. Try to watch less edits romanticizing hating yourself, and try to filter your Instagram feed not to have so many pictures that make you compare yourself and hate yourself even more. At the same time, talking about the external affecting the internal, underestimating the mind-body connection is a huge thing. Let's talk about facial feedback hypothesis, which is basically that that your facial expressions affect the way that you feel. If you smile, even if you don't really want to smile, but you smile, you immediately feel this happy feeling rising up within you. So your facial expressions are actually letting your body know how to feel. The same goes for your body positions, for your posture, for example. Why does everyone talk about your posture? Well, because your posture affects how you feel about yourself. If you're walking around, slouching around, just having your hands crossed all the time, trying to shrink yourself into a corner, you cannot expect to feel confident that way. If you're walking around with your shoulders back, good posture, open body language, you're going to immediately feel more confident about yourself. Why do you feel more confident when you're wearing heels? One, it can be the association of this put together kind of that girl wearing heels, and it's also the fact that when you're wearing heels, your posture automatically improves. So don't underestimate your physical behavior and its effect on your mind. At the same time, talking about behavior, has this ever happened to you when someone was just trying to give you backhanded compliments or insult you in a very subtle way? For example, if you said something and they repeated whatever you said, oh my god, you speak in such a funny way. At one school that I used to go to before I transferred to the high school where I graduated from, we had these few girls who would honestly low-key bully you, but at the same time they would make it look as if like, oh, they're just like joking and that's the way they express their affection. No, that's not. And they would just come up to you and be like, oh my god, you dress in such a funny way. Or I remember this one girl, she was like, oh wow, you have such big, what's your cup size? Is it a D? They're just so big. Can I take a picture with them? It's like, you don't really understand. Is that supposed to be an insult? Like, what is that? She would make it as if like, oh, I'm joking. And at the same time, what do you mean? I'm giving you a compliment. It's great to have big boobs. Like, oh my god, I'm gonna take a picture. Like, that's so crazy that you have that. And I didn't understand it back then, so I would let it slide. Or there was another one who we were kind of friends, but at the same time, whenever I would talk about something that I like or show her something or something like that, she would constantly make fun of the things that I like, making fun of the way that I talk. Before, I never knew what to do with that. I didn't understand if it was like supposed to be friendly or what is that. Backhanded compliments are hard to navigate, but honestly, the last time I saw her, she did something like that and I was like, yeah, that's how I talk. You have a problem with that? She would be like, oh. It immediately shut her up. I know it's hard, but not standing up for yourself ruins your confidence, because when you don't stand up for yourself, you're showing yourself that you're not valuable enough to stand up for, and decreasing that inner value is going to decrease your confidence. Don't let anyone give you a backhanded compliment. Call them out on it without insulting them and starting a fight. And on the topic of standing up for yourself, the same goes for taking care of yourself. I know when we're busy, no one really wants to go into the bathroom and have this crazy self-care routine. Or sometimes if you have exams, you don't even wash your hair for like 2 weeks. Has happened to me before, and sometimes it happens not even during the exam season. Sometimes it just happens when I'm a little lazy and I'm watching Gilmore Girls all day. But not taking care of yourself, not washing your hair, not taking care of your skin, not putting lotion on your body. It doesn't even have to be crazy. Just do one face mask a week and you're golden. Make sure to wipe or wash your face at the beginning and the end of the day. Trust me, it seems so small, but it really builds your confidence, and it really adds up over time. And honestly, with doing things, one important point that I really need to make is that on my last video, one of you guys commented that, oh, you must be an extrovert, how nice for you, because I was talking about me socializing and going to parties. Honestly, I'm not. First of all, I had really bad social anxiety for most of my teenage years. Socializing used to be really hard for me. I would never feel confident in myself when I would go to parties, or when I would go out, or when I would try to be around new people or talk to new people. But over time, I made myself do it so much. I would constantly try to make myself talk to one person that I didn't know that day, or one person a week at first, framing the way I thought about different situations and going and trying over and over again, which made me feel more and more confident about social situations. Think about it, the things that you're used to doing, you're pretty confident about doing them. If you have been taking dancing lessons ever since you were little, you're probably pretty confident in your dancing skills right now. If you've professionally played a sport for a few years now, you're probably pretty confident in playing that sport. The same goes for everything that you do in your life. Confidence is being sure that you can do something and being sure in yourself. That sureness in yourself comes with so many times of you showing yourself that you can do it and you can handle the situation. So practice confidence. You can take all the confidence tips, but without actually going at it and practicing them and practicing your confidence, you will not become confident. And if you maybe also feel anxious in social situations and you want to know how to not feel anxious in social situations and talk to people way easier, then watch this video next, because I talk about what helped me become more social when I was afraid of socializing. And if you guys feel like you're not confident, especially when it comes to your physical appearance, then definitely check out this video right here. And I love you guys so much. I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!